It's time for our final game of the day. Immortals Progressive going up against Wildcard Gaming. And hey, I'm here for it. Already the first game in this series, that was a crazy time. It's after the really dominant start that Immortals
This was the first game.
You okay there, Cubby? Do you need a moment? Do you need a moment?
Yeah, no, that's kind of how I feel now.
Well, yeah, at this moment, I'm just going to take my power ranking list and get rid of that.
There's a lot of re-debating and rethinking about how Challengers is going to get down this split. This has been a chaotic ride, and a lot of the things I feel like earlier on in the day, you kind of had an inkling of how the game was going to go based off the beginning. But Cubby, you even said it at one point during that last game. This game is over, and Wildcard Gaming made you eat your words.
Yeah, as someone put it rather eloquently on the Twitter sphere, the classic scrim experience of refuse enemy remake into loss. That's really what it felt like there, because it was a legendary Zeri with an unofficial Penta, like, and then yeah, things happen.
I don't know what kind of voodoo you put on that game when you said this game was done, Cubby, but we were that was so far from the truth with everything that unfolded, and with your hair unfolding as well. I mean, what can I really say about that? It's coming back to me now.
I'm still passionate back up.
So I don't know about any hard-hitting analysis, but I'll ask this. Do we think that the same sort of shenanigans is going to happen in our game too?
Yeah.
I'm going to vote for a Zach ban.
Okay.
Yeah, ban Zach, but leave Garen up, and let's see what happens.
Just let him run with it, see it. I mean, you're saying the most likely to that if it was available that Twitter could go far with it, so that could be a fun way. Anything else to kind of calm your nerves a little bit before we get into this? I don't know if I could spend another 30 minutes watching you two just lose your minds over a game of League of Legends.
I would love for that to happen again, personally. I mean, that's what I signed up for here with NACL. But yeah, I'm hoping that when we feel like we've won the game, instead of limit testing, we're gonna win the game. That's my mission for Immortals.
All right, just press the big red win button. Checks out. Sounds good. We'll see if they're able to do it going into the second game, or if Wildcard Gaming is going to be our first 2-0 on our main channel. I'll send you off the draft, though. See how that shakes up. I'll see you later.
The prospect of that, Cubby. The prospect of a 2-0 wild card. How does that make you feel?
Wait, what? A 2-0 wild? Oh, wild. Yeah. Sorry, I still thought that IMT won the first game. Anyway, yeah, wild card. Well, let's see. They are on the red side. Maybe Moose Hater gets counterpick, and we have to see if IMT decides to switch up their bans. I am noticing that there is no Garen on the ban list. Maybe we see a Zach coming in here on 3.
I know that's less of you just trying to analyze and more of you begging for this ban to go through. Let's see. Hold your breath, Cubby. Hold your breath until the ban does go through. Keep it held. Keep the face held as well.
I'm scared of Flubber. I don't want to see it. None of it.
Timer coming through.
Sorry, I'm not looking at the camera. Yeah,
okay,
Flubber.
Okay.
Woo.
Okay. You all right, Cubby? You all right?
I'm better now.
You want to talk about it or anything?
I mean, we're just going to have to see now if it's going to be the same strategy or a different strategy for the Zeri. Because I am still expecting the Zeri first pick with that Zach ban. But is Wildcard able to emulate that comp without Zach? I think Zach was a really important piece of that comp to try and attack the Zeri.
Yeah, getting, not just Keel back there, but having Moose Hater back there to really make Wixie's life that hard. Wasn't able to get that damage in, and a lot of that came from the impatience coming out from Immortals. We'll see what kind of adjust they have now. They gotta meet it, because it's going to be aggressive in the bot lane. Kalista getting locked in for Lens.
And I'm expecting the same draft now. It's just going to be no Zach as we get later into the game. Curious if we see an Orianna taken away too. I think that was another big piece with the shockwaves. Having multiple people that you could put the ball on. It was a hell of a wombo combo that Wildcard had to shut down the Zeri. And honestly, that was creative. This is really what the core of Wildcard did so well that made them the most successful amateur team in Proving Grounds last summer. Creative solutions for problems that everyone was facing in the meta. Again, game 1, we already see Zeri. I don't want to give him too much praise because, the 8K goal differential at 15 is not great. But later, we did see that their theory paid off.
And with that lock-in, we pretty much have the same exact draft that we had from game number 1.
Ooh, no
Duo
Jace.
King, once again, going for that Blitzcrank. I want to ask how you felt about that Blitz, because it felt like it was a while before we actually got that impact from Duo King. All those hooks mostly going wide, but when they did land towards those later team fights, they did mean something.
I really like Blitz, actually. I think it's good in the Poppy. You can cancel her ultimate. We saw that interaction once. And also with Callista, you know, you are a wrecking ball that can get thrown in with the Power Fist. Blitzcrank has a lot of stats, too. I think Blitzcrank's actually really slept on and underrated as a champion. And Duo King's always someone that has pulled it out and played it well. So I think it's a really good way to attack Zeri Yuumi, especially when you have the Callista. And we're going to have to see if it works again in this one.
I forget there was that moment where Duo King was able to catch Joey unattached and stop and get that kill down over for the bottom lane of Wildcard. So Duo King did look good on it last time when he was able to find those plays going through. But the second phase of the draft now coming to a conclusion. Mid lane focus for IMT. Wildcard banning over on the top side. And that's going to be hover over towards the Azir.
And a bit of a deny as well, as taking that away from a Boy's Olive. That is more terrain displacement. It's not the same wombo or follow-up on the Zeri. And again, Poppy can cancel that Azir combo. So that was one of the nice parts about Orianna, is that wasn't something that Poppy could cancel. But as we move forward, we're going to have a blind now for the top lane. GP makes life pretty difficult for Callista. Wouldn't be surprised to see that from ADD. And then curious what we see into the Azir as... Oh, I answered early. It's going to be a Talia.
All right, so Talia for Immortals. They still
A lot of control.
can't pick their next solo lane. Yeah, they do get a lot of control with that. And, I mean, Seismic Shove... Talia was such a contested pick in the summer last year. Seismic Shove, being able to shove in, not just with Seismic Shove, but having the Q to shove in the mid wave and being able to roam out immediately after is what gave her such presence. They are still going to hover over back to that GP and lock it in.
All right, Moose Hater. What are you going to do? You already got that Ghost. Do we see a Tryndamere maybe? Are we just going to fully commit to the split? Do we see your Garen? Is it you ban one trick and then you get the other? It's at least... Okay, it's locked in. All right. Garen time, baby.
It's not Flubber, Cubby. It's not Flubber. It's okay. It's okay. Take that in.
I don't know, man. The Garen scares me more for different reasons. But Moose Hater's always played it really well. And we're going to have to see if he can bust it out again to success in this one, as he's going to be left to his lonesome on that top side, most likely, with the focus still being bot. I want to see Wildcard have a stronger early game. I think that allowing Zeri to get 6 kills is not going to be a winning strategy in this one, given the Garen and not the Zac. It does take a big piece away from the Wombo combo. So I think a lot of focus for me does go on Wildcard. Can they improve their early game and get to a better game state where they do have a chance to actually have the game pay off?
Now, before we switch scenes, I want to give a little shout to our viewers right now. Could you please screenshot Cubby, specifically his hair? Get a good shot of that.
I fixed it.
If Wildcard win, I'm going to need an after picture immediately after this game.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to say.
I will present my dome to the chat here.
Present it. Get a good screenshot of that.
Here you go.
You can't really do mine.
This took all of 5-10 minutes, 5-10 minutes just of hard labor to manicure this morning. It's definitely not 5-10 seconds. The work that you just saw after I messed it up on cam. But yeah, here we go.
It's before Wildcard.
Yeah, before Wildcard IMT, and hopefully we get honestly some of the craziness. As much as wild as that last game was, it was kind of fun. I had a good time. So not against that again.
Just don't say the cursed words, Cubby. Don't say the cursed words. This game is done, and I think you'll be fine. That's voodoo magic, man.
I have a lot of power with the caster desk here. We try and use that privilege for good. Sometimes we don't use it responsibly, and that's why we have to go back and watch Spider-Man, the Raimi trilogy, of course.
Of course. Yeah. Getting us back into the game. I mean, this is our final game of the day. 5 games we've already gone through. 2 ADCs banned by Wildcard. I do believe they are scared. Okay, how do you feel about that, Cubby? You want to respond to that one?
Well, the Zeri was 6-0 and they didn't ban it, so I think that shows pretty big cojones, if anything. They're going to run it back.
Unofficial pentakill.
It's fine.
We're legendary.
It's all good. We can do it again, guys. Don't worry about it. But we do have the bot lane of Wildcard starting in lane with both junglers working their way towards the bot side. Again, we expect this in this meta, especially when there is such a volatile bot lane like Zerayumi, whose power lies later in the game, versus Kalista Blitz, whose power lies in making sure that they don't get to the later stages of the game.
Standoff. Okay.
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay, so E-Start. E-Start for ADD is very interesting. He's trying to avoid the wave. He can trade Trial by Fire autos with Garen, and he will win. But by doing this, he's going to try and actually poke Garen. No more Trial by Fire for him. Very unique, though. We have seen GP start E and Renekton matchups in the past. Interesting to see him do it into the Garen.
So, we talked about your fears last game, which is that Zach. What about your fears in this Garen? You were saying it was for a completely different reason. What's that reason, Cubby?
I don't think Garen should be seeing comp play ever. This guy's like a numbers-only champ. But it's the Moose Hater special, so, you know, we're going to let him cook. It worked out in the last game. You know, he went 0-2 and still won the game with his axe, so we're going to see if that happens this game.
I think Moose Hater's the anti-Cubby. That's what it is.
I love Zach solo lane. The Garen we can live without.
Oh, we're going to be living with it in NACL as Moose Hater still trying to trade out with ADD over on that top side. With time, scaling should go ADD's way. Taking a look at where the junglers are pathing, both of them shall be headed bot side.
I mean, the one good part about, you know, what IMT's last game was is that you can kind of laugh that one off, hopefully. I mean, it did sting losing a lot of fights in a row. But you're going to feel good in the long haul about having the sound early game that you did across the board. Just not good about the result. So it's not like they can take nothing from that last game. We're just going to have to see if they can mentally reset to, you know, make sure they're good to go for this next one. Because, you know, players will handle that loss differently from experience in the coach's seat. It kind of depends on, you know, how mature your team is. I know that Deos is someone that is now the coach of Immortals Challengers and not Dignitas. I have faith that, you know, he can do everything he needs to make sure his team's ready to go in this one. But it's one of the more unique games I've seen. We'll put it that way.
And look at this pathing coming out from Kill. Leaving out from that bottom side, now doubling back up to top. Yep. Can grab the Scuttle Crab, but I'm just noticing ADD very overextended over there on that top side.
Yeah, Kill knows that as the Wukong, he loses that 1v1 early against the Poppies, so just making sure that he's going to slow down his clear a tad bit to get that secondary crab. Honestly, not bad, because they're going to finish the full clears as a 10 and pretty much at the same time as Chad, instead of electing to base, actually will elect to take this red buff into the bot lane. Maybe they can catch Lens and Duo King looking for some aggression.
See, hiding in that brush right now, no vision given over. Chad just waiting, biding his time, stalking his prey. Cancels out the recall.
He's probably just going to head to base, but this is something that, you know, with the changes in jungle timers with the crab and some of the other changes in jungle, you have time on every clear to look for plays. I think that's caused games to be very snowbally here in the early season. But also we're seeing junglers, you know, drop crabs, drop the power clear to actually take some time to hover a lane and make sure that the map's set up for success. So I do like when jungle is not the power clear role. I think that jungle is more fun when you have to make a lot of decisions. And so I'm happy about that change. And I see Chad kind of making use of that now.
So as we head into our last game of the day, just in the early stages here. Now, it's been great seeing just how much of this developing talent is really shining out. When Proving Grounds came up, I mean, that was the big thing where it felt like NA was really starting to get its infrastructure, but now seeing this talent leave from what was formerly amateur and even some collegiate spaces, giving them up here and active within the semi-pro space, and just seeing what they can do with these opportunities in Wildcard, they're not wasting any of it.
And they're picking up right where they left off, right? This was the core that 2-0'd IMT back in Proving Grounds summer. Wixie now on IMT, but Moose Hater, Keel, Duo King all still here, and they're took game one and now looking to take game two. And what has been a much more balanced and coherent game, I will say, with this start, as it's just really early farming, and ADD is perfectly fine with this. The first strike GP, that's going to scale up pretty hard as we go later into the game.
Is that a bad thing or a good thing that this game's starting off slow, though?
Well, it's good for my hair, we'll put it that way. Poor for the entertainment for everyone in the chat, as unfortunately it's looking more like an LCS game and not an NACL game. which, you know, we don't like. We like the action. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, Cubby, you cursed it once again because the action is coming. Wixie hopping forward. There's the hook from Duo King. Will pull in the first blood, giving up his life for the cause. Emperor's Divide pushing IMT right on back, and Lens hunting down Wixie. Flash forced out. IMT losing a Blaze Olive. Got Duo King.
Oh, hold on, Lens. Oh, okay. He's got a flash. Nice find in the back half there from IMT, but still it's a win for Wildcard, who trade their support for the mid laner, and a nice pinch from Wildcard.
Very nice pinch coming out there. At a time where we were just commenting on how slow things were going. Cubby, say it again. Say it's a boring game.
All right, it's a boring game, but not at this moment as ABO. Really like what Keel did there, sidestepping the stones, making sure that he would not get stunned on his way in, and then, oh, we got a fancy replay. First one of the new season. Duo King Blitzcrank looking good there. So he finds the kill. I got to give a lot of credit, actually, to ADD. I think this GP ult saved things from getting much, much, much worse on the side of IMT.
The values of taking that gangplank, you're effective on the map regardless of where you are, thanks to that ultimate. But IMT, it's a 1-for-1 trade thus far. It's still a kill. Went over to Wixie, which is going to feel good in IMT's pocket. Duo King was the recipient of the kill that Wildcard got.
Oh, and now Keel, level 6, looking for ADD. Oh, he denies it.
Oh, that was an interesting way to go forward and take that blast plan. Now they're going to hunt down ADD. Saligo grabs that kill, and it's a double because Chad caught out Moose Haters Garen picking up a kill.
Oh my god, Keel's playing 4D chess on the Rift. He denies the blast code. I don't know if ADD's seen that one before, but Keel's got it ready. That's one way to play around the Rift Herald. Again, ADD, no ultimate. Chad is still level 5 from that last skirmish. Keel hits 6 off the first camp, goes for the play immediately. Really good jungle play coming out of Keel.
And your nightmares are starting to come true, Cubby. I mean, that's a kill going over to the Garen right now. I'm just saying, with a wild card lead. Remember those screenshots, everyone. Remember those screenshots. We're going to need the after if this keeps going this way.
All right, well, you know, we're trying to keep our sanity here, but unfortunately for IMT, yeah, that's a Blaze Olive. He's going to have to run for the hills. Red buff on him. Auto attack from Saligo and Wildcard. They're going to keep the train rolling where it got started 20 minutes into the last one. Not having to get any inhibitors this time to wake up, as Wildcard is looking for the 2-0.
Are you kidding me? Wildcard with such a strong start. 2K lead now in the gold. Starting to get the right places. 2 of those kills going over to Saligo. Gets 2 assists. 100% kill participation. Starting to cash in with a 1K lead against a Blaze Olive.
Against Saligo, being on a provisional team, this is a great opportunity for revenge for Saligo. Because he is a mid laner. I know that he had some struggles with EG last year, but I think the change in environment, you know, maybe playing with a chip on his shoulders is exactly what he needs. Because when Saligo's been good, he's always been a player that's proven that he can even compete on the LCS stage. So with the expansion for NACL, you know, he's on a team where they're going to fight for promotion, relegation, more motivation to make sure you have the strongest team you can pick up. I think Saligo's a really strong piece for them. He's been showing up really well today.
And he's had a great career onto that end. I mean, one that started off very, very caustic is all I can really say when he was thrown into that 100 Thieves roster. Had to hit the ground running and develop with time, but development he has made, and showing it now with this wildcard roster in the mid lane. As I said, 100% kill participation and still shoving in a Blaze Olive.
For me, at this point, all eyes are on Chad, as we'll see if Chad can start to get involved on the map. Again, the Poppy can still make plays, can still try and get things back in IMT's favor. The lead for Moose Hater, it doesn't matter a ton. Again, Garen's going to struggle a lot in the team fight compared to Gangplank, who just brings a ton of damage and a lot of utility. As that ult actually goes south.
Oh, Wixie on the Lens. Hook goes in, lands onto Chad. Lens is going to go down, looking for another. Chad gets low. We'll be able to get away in time. The heal comes in from Joey, and so close it was. Chad almost falling. Will still get a kill, and IMT laying prey to the bot lane of Wildcard.
Clutch from Joey there, saving his teammate from last year, the sole returner on IMT. As again, eyes are on Chad to make things happen. He helps out the bot lane. They're going to skip over the dragon, but at least IMT getting some gold where it needs to be in the Zeri.
2 kills picked up for Wixie. Chad, close play it was, but Joey is clutching out. Maybe we can give a little bit more credit over to Joey, but in the mid lane, Sligo getting rocked by Blaze Olive.
Yeah, Ignite was popped as TP's back up for ABO. So keep in mind, IMT, after that bot play, they did skip over this dragon to try and get a fast reset. They will have an item advantage if they are able to get here in time, but it doesn't look like that's the case. See if IMT wants to fight afterwards, as IMT, they've never shied away from a good fight.
Oh, not going to be able to get the Drake. There it is, Steadfast Presence. Stops Kill from jumping in. Ooh, seismic shove from a Blaze Olive. Gets a lot of damage going in. Fade's Call goes through over the wall, trying to get away. It's going to be Wixie, but gets slain 2 back-to-back for Wildcard as a Blaze Olive heads for the hills.
And Keel on this Wukong, he just melted through Chad. The Poppy was able to pick up the Dragon as well. So IMT, I thought that was a play where they, might have the potential to turn some things around, but no ult from the Zeri. Ult wasn't used from ABO on the Talia. Ults were for Wildcard. They make good use of it. That's Dragon, bot plates, and a Rift Herald to boot. So Lens has a lot of gold now on his shoulders.
Yeah, this is going to be an accelerated Callista who already starts popping off very early. That should get you very, very close to that mythic range right now, taking so many of those plates. IMT, they want to find a response, and they're trying with the Blaze Olive to get that answer going. Weaver's Wall stops the escape route. Tough for Wildcard. They're funneled into a corner. A Blaze Olive getting low. Duo King with the hook. A Blaze Olive going to survive and get 1 kill through. Wixie receives it. Sligo is there. But the damage has been done. IMT will get 1 and get away.
Yeah, when games get hectic, ult timers matter a lot. And you could see there, Wixie, Joey, their ults being back up, syncing those up. That was the difference maker for IMT. No Wukong ult to stop them in their tracks. They pick up some kills in the back half, get back in a more comfortable situation.
Pretty comfy for the bottom side, as 3-1-1 is Wixie right now. Putting a lot of resources onto Wixie to get him to that late game state to start to carry. Gotta make it quick though, because there is a lot of chaos going on this map in Wildcard. They're not stopping this train anytime soon.
Again, Wildcard, dropping the Rift Herald, trying to take as many points as you can. Understandable, but ABO mentioned that he held his ult last time around. Comes in very handy here, as Lens fortunately wasn't able to get over the wall, and that will be kills going over to IMT. I'm trying to keep things nice and calm here, Deserux. We can't be getting this out of hand as we did last time.
Too bad.
Soothing tones on the Rift for Game 6.
No, action, fights.
You don't?
Chaos, Garen.
I really wonder if anyone's tuning in expecting to see LCS, what their thoughts are right now. If they saw the last game, what are your thoughts, Chad? What is your first impression of NACL?
It's all over the place. What's your first impression?
That last game was a lot. It was a lot.
My first impression is good times. This is taking me back to PG Spring 21, that first season that we had. That was a lot of fun. That was all over the place, and so is this. Moose Hater going after ADD underneath the tower. I don't think he's going to get too much right there.
Still a nice chunk, forcing out some cooldowns, utilizing the Stride Breaker, yeah. 2021, in spring, we did see a lot of amateur teams do very well. There was a player named Shiro that helped EGP take a 5th, 6th finish, went on to have a good LCS career, and Danny. Hope he's doing well. And then also Norg taking the win as an amateur team as well. Now everyone's in semi-pro, and we'll see as everyone's in the same league. Wildcard showing that they should be here, can play at the level that everyone else can. Putting wins on the board. A lot of our professional teams have done that today. It's been pretty good.
Been pretty great, and looking for a hook. Not going to find it. Seismic Shove goes wide. Blaze Olive standing in the mid lane with the rest of Immortals. Wildcard setting up for a siege, and priority to expand over to this dragon that will be spawning in the next minute and 15 seconds. Good charge coming out from Shelly as Wildcard siege up.
Curiously enough, from Chad, he went Divine Thunder last game. This time around is the Radiant Virtue, so trying to get some of that healing and match what Blitzcrank's going to bring to the table. Will be IMT with the healing advantage, and IMT with the scaling advantage as well. So the 2K gold lead, very nice here for Wildcard, but they're going to need to snowball that into more, as Gangplank's area will be big problems later into the game.
Oh yeah, that late game scaling is nothing to scoff at, and
yeah,
Callista doesn't really bring that much towards the late game. She's more about those early game skirmishes, mid game fights going through, and course, the rends that you can do with those Iron Steel.
You see that pop from ADD? He popped the coal. He popped the whole wave. That was like a plus 400 there.
Gangplank.
Some extra cash. Yeah, thank you very much. Got the first strike rolling too. Just rolling in the cash.
What was it? When he used to take gold pretends on Gangplank.
Oh, that
was a pretty good meme.
Oh, if anyone remembers that, you remember what the OG Challengers League was. You are cultured. That's all I'll say. But going into this one, we do have Dragon on the table. Is some nice poke landing on Duo King here from IMT. They have control of the river at the moment. Both top laners are resetting. We'll see if they walk or TP back. But IMT, they want to start the can. Oh, never mind. We have a fight.
Oh, Moose Hater. Damage coming out for the Garen spin! Moose Hater! Just deleted ADD! Cubby, how's your hair?
Oh my god, the numbers check is in. The hairs are falling out as ADD. Welcome to NA, my friend. You just got bopped by a Garen. Oh no, Chad.
Oh no, Chad, low hell 200. Blaze jumping into his own demise in Wildcard. Press the gas pedal, Cubby.
IMT is falling apart. I mean, it happened in the last game, but they had the lead. They've never had a lead in this one. And God, it just feels like they really haven't been able to make like a sound team play. I mean, Chad and ABO going in split there. I know that this isn't a duo that, you know, plays together, but not being able to sync that up has really hurt them in this one.
Moose Hater is now taking a second turret. IMT's collapsing on him, but he's grabbing it. He's grabbing it. Now he has to get away. Oh, no way. No way Moose Hater gets away from this. Yeah, the lockdown is going to be found. No! No, Moose Hater! You're kidding me!
Zoom, zoom, baby. He's out of there. Garen, 2 turrets for himself. Come on, drop the dance. Drop the dab. Do the trick. Drop the sword. He's got to do that when you get in bait. You at least have to spam an emote or something. I don't know. Me expecting Garen players to do more on their keyboard. We are in NACL, so I do expect some mechanics here, but Moose Hater is just dropping the drip all over the rift on IMT, and now IMT, their turrets are falling. They're dropping objectives. We'll see if they can recover as Baron's on the table here shortly. And Callistocoms, they can take that rather quickly.
Dude left like a Beyblade, got out of that fight with no issue despite all the crowd control, commitment of ultimates, both Chat and Joey burning ultimates to try and take down Moose Hater. Hey, Moose Hater, you said you shouldn't see this in competitive, Cubby, but we're seeing it. Yeah?
No emotes.
You okay?
No emotes. I feel like Garen just you gotta drop the sword, you know, just do the potato mash right there.
Called the monkey, grave. Johnny Bravo, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, so this one, like, if IMT wants to go for a play, I know that Chad got hooked, but you could send in the wall earlier. Like, ABO is just being sent to his demise. The Wixie, Joey just never even commit. It was a broken play from the start, but... Oh, no! What? That's what we come back to? Does he survive the minions? No way.
No way!
Oh, my God.
Oh, the Moose Hater show is in full effect. Cyclone coming out in the mid lane, looking to do damage right back as Wildcard kill with the clone away.
What? Moose Hater cook?
Not getting any hooks through. Let the man cook on the Garen, baby. He's showing up.
All right. So the late game is still really good here for IMT. But, oh, okay, nice flash.
Oh, nice seismic shove as well. Forces the flash out of Saligo. Has to back off. Keeper's vertical goes up, but Saligo will claim one. Another one. The Garen coming through to spin and Beyblade and call them all down to the grave. And Ace gonna be found. Oh, but ADD and Wildcard, they smell it. The big purple worm's right there. It's time for Baron.
Oh my God, Duo King, he's like hooking his old marksman back in, but it's not out of friendship, it's out of spite, it's out of hate. Wildcard looking for the 2-0 on IMT Challengers to kick off the season. The last game wasn't a clean early game. It required some creative gameplay to come back from each team, but this time around, Wildcard, they've gotten a lead and never really let go.
We're seeing a replay of what happened earlier, and it was just plain cut and dry. The divine judgment of Moose Hater. Does ADD have antlers? That's my question.
Oh my goodness. If he does, they're on the front of Moose Hater's car right now. As, Garrett happened, and now... So this fight on the back half, I mean, because he won the fight bot, because you're Garen, you get free health regen. Moose Hater was actually able to rejoin the fight, and now ADD, he's running for the hills.
It's supposed to be a warm welcome to the NACL for Moose Hater, but he's welcoming all the victims he's laying down. Team fight happening over by the Baron pit. Already one going to get dropped down, and Wildcard are going to take the whole damn team, man. Everyone is a victim. Everyone will quake to their power. Ace found by Wildcard.
I mean, is that game? Like, is that Dragon? I mean, Wildcard here just running over IMT Challengers. It's a return of what we saw in Proving Grounds. Again, the core of this team, they 2-0'd IMT, and what are they doing at the start of the season as a provisional roster? 2-0'ing IMT again.
Again. I had to think about that. Wixie here on the wrong squad, buddy. The real loser of this Wildcard versus IMT game is Cubby's hairline. Facts, Kangas. Absolute facts. Staring at it right now. It's getting worse as we go.
Oh, no. That's someone with no hairline making fun of my hairline. That's an L. That's not good. That's real bad. Oh, this is not a good start to the season, guys. It's not good to be a Cubby fan right now.
Great time to be a Garen player.
Great time to be a Wildcard fan. Great time to be Saligo and friends. You know, this is great. I gotta say, you know, I talked to Keel before this series, like, and Keel said, like, hey, I feel like a lot of our teammates have been passed over. I really want to prove that, you know, we still have what it takes to not only play in NACL but play in LCS too. And I mean, God, what a great start to the season, man. You're playing what you want. These are the comps that work for you, and they're making it work because they've been really synced up and succinct as a team. I mean, no bad things to say about Wildcard after the first 15 minutes of game one, you know?
No.
There's a little clause in there.
No bad things to say at
We're
all.
letting Zach scale.
Moose Hater had a picture on his Twitter of his new jersey, and it just said last place NACL. And here we are. Here we are right now, knocking at Immortals' door for almost a straight 2-0. This is not a last place team, Cubby. They've come to fight, and now two players looking to bring the fight, but Moose Hater's a beefy boy, not afraid to stand in the front lines of IMT. IMT will give their respects as the siege continues for WC.
I don't know what IMT can do at this point to stop it. It's 10k gold, no wave clear for Talia. And oh, another hook.
Oh, coming through. ADD looking to back off, but one picked up. It's Saligo. Traded, though. ADD is going to fall. Another one. Wixie starting to pop off now. Kill having to bail out, trying to get away. Will turn around onto Wixie. Can't get enough damage through. Chad with the protection onto the marksman. A triple kill for Wixie as IMT fight back.
All right, that time the Zeri was protected. Wixie did his job. Nothing really for them to take on the map. We actually have Moose Hater and Dez looking to lay a trap. He still has Garen ult.
Moose Hater. Moose Hater.
Oh my God.
No way. No way. Okay.
He thought about it.
Moose Hater read the seismic shot. That's a kill.
If he wanted the flash, he had it.
Yeah.
That's a kill if he wants to flash, but he doesn't want it. That's some of the Garen one-trick mechanics coming in. When do I flash to guarantee kills versus when do I not? Important decisions to be made in League of Legends. Matters a lot.
This fight attempt coming out of Wildcard, but obviously not going right, Cubby.
Yeah, you know, it is a good attempt from Wildcard. The issue is that there's still a turret there. That really did split up Keel and Moose Hater in this fight. Didn't really allow them to fight distinctly. And nice Keeper's Verdict getting the Garen out of there to help heal for the Zeri. As Wixie lives, IMT live to hold on a little bit longer. And we'll see if Wixie and Joey can really scale and do anything else. IE is big for Zeri off that fight.
Say the words, Cubby. Is this game done?
No, I'm not. I've made that mistake. Actually, you know what? Yeah, it is. I'm going to give Wildcard the same treatment I gave Immortals, all right? I'm a fair caster. I'm not biased. This game's over. Wildcard wins.
All right. Immortals, this is the clutch right now. Where's that pentakill coming out from Wixie? Where's the wall stun from Chad on Sligo? We got to get the biases away, Cubby, and
yeah.
You've set the stage for us. You set the stage.
We treat our teams evenly, no matter if they're fixed teams, provisional teams, no matter who you are. You'll be treated fairly by the broadcast here in NACL. There will be no salt thrown your way. And the North American Challengers League.
It took that long to get a salt pun going, Cubby. I'm disappointed.
I was told I could use it jokingly. Oh, we get Moose Hater. That's a free inhibitor.
A classic split push Garen, something you see in every competitive region, of course.
Yeah, I mean, ADD. I'm surprised ADD wasn't a Garen player at one time in his career with MVP, as unfortunately ADD views the gray screen as scouting around Baron. He is found.
Wait, it's coming. The BM. Moose Hater's starting to do it.
Dude, throw an emote, throw a dance move, anything, Moose Hater. Come on. We're playing Garen here. We got to be able to emote a little bit.
Gotta do the monkey. You gotta drop it.
You got to test those mechanics in some way.
That's how you test the Garen mechanics. You
it's
improve your APM with dances, right?
Oh, that said, no points though for Moose Hater. He's on the mid inhibitor, and the rest of his team is on the Baron, and IMT has no answer for either.
Kidding me. You'll be kidding me. It's a split push Garen angle. It's actually a split Garen angle. I love it. I know you don't, but I love it.
Come watch NACL. We have a 6-0 Garen. Wow, you know what? I couldn't make a better sales pitch myself. Moose Hater, thank you for being in the league. We will give you a cut of the broadcast. This is a verbal confirmation, not signed at all, of course, as I don't have the power to do that. But I can't act like I do. Thank you.
I think we might have a fight soon, Cubby. I'm seeing the team fight timers down to 40 seconds now on this dragon.
Yeah, and it is a soul on the table here. Portals are up. It is available for Xtech DK.
Are you kidding me? They're going right after ADD, and they're going to take him down. Disadvantage. Kill taking a lot. So is Duo King. Moose Hater on the other side, just waiting to get that entrance in to hit Moose Hater's music. Oh, wait for it. Wait for it. No. Not going to go for the prey. Not going to go for the prey yet. ADD for kill, and Duo King down to man will be Wildcard.
That is no smite on the dragon. I think Wildcard still has the tools to get the terrain and hold it.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here comes Moose Hater. You just heard his music. He's coming down. You see the Titantron, and he's laying him into the ground, into the canvas. The flash away from Wixie. It's not enough to stop Moose Hater, who's cutting through you all. Blaze Olive will try to return it onto Soligo, but flash is too fast. And here he comes with the emote. A thumbs up for the performance of Moose Hater.
Oh my god, an OG emote, the first emote for one of the first 10 champions on the Rift, and he's still going.
He's still going. He's not done. He's got the judgment to lay into ADD.
Oh, there it is. There it is. He's spamming the good stuff. He lives with 2 HP. Oh my god.
An ace. And it is done. It is absolutely done. A 2-0 for a provisional team on the very first day. Wildcard, take it. Oh, Cubby, what happened?
It's been a tough week, man. A lot of things that happened in that game. I think Moose Hater's Garen actually came through my door, used Stride Breaker, and just the breeze got my hair all up in a fancy here.
Sierra, can you come save Cubby, please? Can you get over here and help out my poor color caster?
No, I'm so happy.
Look, Sarah, be honest, all right? You're a good friend. I'm heading out after this.
It's the last game of the day, and it's a good thing. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't think you could do much more over there. What a fun series to end off, though. I mean, I feel like the last 5 minutes of the game, I'm just cracking up. What is Moose Hater doing? That was just so fun to watch. That was. Why have LCS when you could have NACL? This is amazing.
Facts. Can we get one moment to get a close in on Cubby's hair right now so we can get that after picture?
Do we really need this?
We need it.
Okay.
We need it. Come on. Good for the camera, Cubby. This is Cubby after Wildcard.
Do the little slow clap on that one. I mean, no, I will. You said the sarcastic congrats. No, that was insane. Whether that's I don't even know. Rex, just help me out a little bit with what we watched. Wildcard in that second game. I mean, it wasn't even like there was a lead for Immortals to not be able to capitalize off. That one was all Wildcard.
I am as speechless as you, Sierra, because I saw Garen, and here Cubby was trying to talk me out of it, saying, Garen shouldn't be in competitive play. We shouldn't see that out of Moose Hater. Moose Hater is not a good top laner. Guess what's happening right now? Moose Hater is just putting everyone else in the dirt on awkward picks like Garen. NACL, it's off to a fantastic start, Sierra.
I'm excited for this split, and honestly, to see our provisional teams come out here making this type of statement, I was a little worried at first, but no, they have been putting in some work, Cubby. They're not just giving the fixed teams a run for the money at this point. I feel like we need to start having some different discussions around these teams.
we have to define the league as fixed and provisional, just given the promo relegation at the end. But Wildcard's making a case that we shouldn't define it that way. They just took down a fixed team 2-0. Huge win for them, and every win, very important. It keeps you a game away from not having to deal with that promotion relegation tournament. So the fact, start out with 2-0, can't ask for a better start for Wildcard. Great to see them sticking to their guns in terms of creativity and doing some really, really good things on the Rift.
Well, we're going to take a quick break before we have our interview. You're not going to want to miss it, so don't go too far. Welcome back, everyone. I'm here talking with Moosehater after that 2-0 victory over Immortals. Let's talk about that first game, because at one point, Covey was talking about the fact that the game was over, because Immortals, that was a pretty significant lead that they had. Where was that light bulb moment? How were you all able to come back from that?
Well, I will say, honestly, the game never really felt that bad. And then, like, looking back, like, I see it that we're down like 10k gold. I'm like, wow, we were really down 10k gold. But it never really felt that doomed, because we had just really good teamfighting champions, and we are a very good teamfighting team. Even down 10,000 gold, we still win teamfights, obviously, that you just saw. So, pretty confident in our ability to win teamfights even when we're down like that. So, yeah.
All right, well, at least the second game, even if you felt confident in the first one, the second one, I mean, that's definitely a game to feel confident in. You're picking the Garen 2 into that, and it didn't, like, I mean, you were just running the Rift. I mean, talk to me about that, because it seemed like they couldn't do anything against you.
Yeah, well, people just, they have egos. It's not even me, all right? They don't want to ban my Garen. I will pick it. I will 1v5. So if they don't want to ban Garen, it's fine. I'll pick it in any matchup, and I'll win, and it'll be over. So it's whatever to me. So if they don't want to ban it. But yeah, Garen is very strong right now. I don't expect anyone else to pick it, though, because I don't know. But yeah, Garen, very good.
Hey, I mean, everyone has to have their champ, right? You definitely might be making a couple people change their tune pretty quick on that one. But as well, making people change their tune on provisional teams in this fixed team league, because coming into this, these fixed teams, they're the teams that have been in academy for a while. And now that we get to see these semi-pro teams come up, there's a lot of people that kind of put them in the bottom of the power rankings, but I feel like Wildcard and a couple of these teams are kind of proving that you're here to prove something.
Well, I was so excited. I was like, we need to start NACL a week earlier, because I'm so excited to just absolutely destroy the first team we verse, and then just see all the excuses from the analysts saying, oh, actually, IMT has their LCS mid laner, not their academy mid laner, so they weren't supposed to win this one against Wildcard. You know, just random excuses like that. Just, they always like to make excuses, but Wildcard is easily, we're going to be a good team. So I'm confident in that. So yeah.
So simply put, a lot of people underestimating Wildcard going into this.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, I think we were ranked 16th on the power rankings, and I was the 16th top laner. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
I loved how that aged then after this game, because that Garen, I mean, you're running over everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. It is what it is. I just don't know. I mean, I kind of wish we had a stronger game one, so it could have just been like a very clean 2-0 sweep. But honestly, it's, you know, better for the audience to have a funner game to watch. The game one was probably fun to watch with all the team fights happening. So, yeah. I
assure you, it definitely was a lot of fun to watch. So I appreciate the whatever shenanigans happened in that one. So then the roster that you have then too for Wildcard Gaming, I mean, everyone seemed to have their strengths. Talk to me about your team a little bit and how it's all coming together.
So obviously, you know, Wildcard is 3 members of AGT. So our new members are Sligo and Lens, but if you remember, Lens was actually on AGT before, but we're all getting the letter, you know, we're getting along together very well because we've already been on a team for the most part. Sligo is very, very, very good. He's very consistent, very clear comms, very level-headed as well. Very good guy to have on the team. Lens is the same way. He likes to just make his Calista is crazy. I mean, every single game is a solo kill. I'm surprised that we haven't had any Calista bans thrown at us, honestly. But I don't want to go like too crazy into everything because I feel like I'll accidentally like leak something. But
No leaks.
yeah, we're doing very good as a team.
I'm sure we'll be able to see that further along in the split as the sneaky strategies that come up. Before I let you go, first off, thank you so much for talking to me. Is there any final words that you have for anyone out there?
Thank you everyone for watching the stream, and maybe we can see some wildcard and Moose Hater tier list moves up. Yeah, that'll be nice because been a lot of disrespect on the wildcard and MH name, you know. So, please.
Time to prove him wrong, right?
Yeah.
Thanks for talking to me. Have a good rest of your night, okay? Thank
you too. Take care.
As for us, we're gonna head back over and chat with the casters after that. I feel like the tier list callouts of Moose Hater being ranked last, I feel like that's a direct shot at you, Desrex. I don't know exactly how your tier list was ranking up, but I know that you're already wanting to edit and make some changes.
Okay, I'll pull it up right now. I'll take a quick peek at my top. I had Moose Hater at 10th, so you cannot blame me. You cannot blame me. It's still a little bit on the lower side, but I didn't have him that low.
I did not make tier lists given my job this year, but I believe the one that Moose Hater is referring to is the Oracle's Elixir, a community Discord from OE, and when Tim7 Houston was doing work as a freelancer. They have a community power rankings that Andrea puts together, part of NAMN, and he was 16th in there. So yeah, I think they have a chip on their shoulder. I think that's pretty fair to say. I think that Moose Hater had some choice words and also some good play to try and change some people's minds out there.
Hey, there is no way to prove people wrong than just going out on the Rift and proving them wrong that way, you know?
No better way.
Honestly, respect. And it's been a great day. I honestly, you never know when it's the first day of a split how things are going to be starting off, whether there's going to be some stomps, whether it's going to be, you know, some close matches. But I feel like we really got everything that we wanted today. So it's been overall a great day. And this is just the first day. We still have 2 more days coming up full of league action. So make sure to stay tuned because you're not going to want to miss a single second of it. Ezrex, Covey, thank you so much for being amazing casters. It's always a pleasure to work a broadcast with you.
Good to be back.
Great to be back.
Production, of course, thank you so much for being amazing. It's a great first day. So, Covey, I thought you were going more off of that. I was
no, I was just, we have a new team, you know? Yeah, it's been great. No, it's been great.
You gotta hype up Sierra now, you know? She hyped us up.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's just like a given, you know? I'll hype up Sierra whenever. But also, we have a new broadcast partner in Rally Cry, also Monkey Bubble. It's been great so far. Very happy.
Well, let's hype up some members that we have on our Path to LCS channel because they still have some games over there. So we get to relax a little bit and watch them now. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Make sure to come back tomorrow.